Okay, so if I do that, this should still work. And then I want to say, okay, you have view there, and then I want card. We want you to have a width of 100% and then a max width of var mobile phone width. Okay, so if I do those two things, did that work? Success. Success. Okay, it didn't work and I lost the center. Oh, because I can't use a variable. Wait, can I not use a variable in there? Oh, let's see. Media query CSS variables. What is it called? Var? Calc. Oh, wait, is it calc, not var? No, it is the var. Okay. CSS native variable is not working in media queries. Okay, I am using Sass though, so I can use Sass variables. Okay, how about if we go to variables? Yeah, so we use root. Okay, so we have to reuse the root pseudo class to make it available everywhere because we love globals and programming. Yeah, and that's how to do it. But okay. So then the next thing would be Sass variables. Oh, my dark mode destroyed this website. Okay, I do this. It's PHP variables $sign equals okay. Okay, so I want to compile these away. So custom variables, so we're gonna add you in here and we're gonna say mobile phone width. Is it equal or is it, it's colon. Okay, you go away. We go to the bottom. And then to use them, it's just, okay, dollar sign. So dollar mobile phone width. Okay, so if I do that, are we already back? Kind of. Okay, max width 540 pixels. Okay, we're good to go there. And if we go to card, oh, this has a higher precedent, a higher cascade. How do I want to do something like this? Now I have, okay, so I have a max width on here from a stylist. Do I instead want to put a breakpoint in this stylist here? I might, because you're not doing what I want you to do. Because you're being overwritten by the fact that this exists up here. So this got created and then this overrode that. Okay, so if I remove you and we go to card, now how am I applying you? Because I'm just applying this like this, aren't I? That's not going to work. Yes, I'm doing div class. Okay, this class is with style. That just gets set in here like that. Ooh. I don't think I'll be able to do something like at media screen and max width 430 pixels. I mean, we'll try it. Then we're gonna have max width 100%, width 100%. Okay, so if I just do that, yeah, that didn't do it either. Yeah, it's not selecting on this because I need to put it on something above it. The better. Owen, hello. How are you doing today? The stream is going pretty well. It's CSS stream really today. So that's always fun. We could do everybody's favorite trick all together, because everybody loves doing this, right? We're going to add a new div. Everybody's favorite thing to do. And we put in wait, which one was this? This was, oh, this was with style. Okay, hold on. I just want with style goes in here. I wonder if I'm going to need to add everything in. I mean, okay. So here's that new one we created. Max, okay, so we still have the max width here. I'm not seeing. Okay, so you didn't set that up. I am curious if I take this here and we search HTML for you. Here's the stylist. Okay, so we, stylist, max width. Okay, so okay, so I just put this on the medium. And I kind of need this to be on all of them. Oh, I wonder if I want to create another one. Okay, so then that works there. That's great. Repeating that kind of sucks. What happens if I create another one of these and put that in there? I wonder how much, if that will have the same problem that we had previously, or if we'll be okay. So in that case, I want, so if I do like phone style. Unexpected punctuation in selector. Can I not? Oh, I do have to wrap it in this, don't I? Unexpected end of input. expect, I have semicolons everywhere. Do I need a semicolon here? No. Okay, hold on. Apparently I forgot how to use CSS. Because like there's a CSS macro, right? Right? No, I don't need that. Can I just do this? Oh, yeah, that's what I do. Why would I put it there? Put it there. There you go. Okay. Okay, phone style. Phone style goes I will try this here first. And then if this works, I want to move it back down to here and not have a wrapper. Oh. Cannot compile YCL. Oh, yeah. Because that, okay, so we do yeah, you're happy. Recompile. Okay, you're still happy. Okay, so I bet that I don't need this at all. We will do width style and phone style. Bam, there we go. Everything's looking good. So now we have all these. They take up the entire width. That's great. I do need to be able to link to the actual page, though, if you have access to it. And I think we can do that with, well, I guess first off, okay, so what have we done? We have updated, cards take up full width in small screens. I don't really need to push. I'm not doing anything else yet. That's fine. Okay. I guess also I should double check. This still looks good. Okay, so we've only been working on mobile so far. Coffee, hello. How are you doing today? All right, well, I don't really have anything in the database to write into these yet because we only recently added in the ability to do a description for an article. I do have access to some of these. So what I need to figure out is in the course access page, when I'm creating the article cards data. Okay, so if we have the description, we add this. I also need to check to see, okay, so if let some, actually preview, really, right? It's like if, article preview. Okay, so if article preview is an option bool. Okay, so I do have to do an if let sum. Okay, so if ooh, wait. Wasn't there like an if let sum and or something like that? If is sum and. Okay, so wait no. Do article preview is sum and. First time to try to use this since it's come out as far as we can tell. Okay, so you get a boolean, and then I just want to pass in, I just want to return the preview. Okay, so if, right, because like whatever this returns a boolean, yeah, I return a bool from that. Returns true if the option is a sum and a value inside it matches the predicate. Okay, awesome. Coffee. It's a holiday here, so doing pretty good. Working a bit in your hobby programming project, which means troubleshooting Kubernetes for the last few hours. That sounds like a Kubernetes project. So good luck. Hopefully you're able to figure it out before the end of the day. Opened. Hello. Wait, were you here before? I can't remember anymore. No, you've been here for a while. Not to sound too spammy, but what's my take on blockchain? So I think that blockchain is like any other technology. There's it's like a meta technology. So like you could build technologies on you can build technologies on top of blockchain, right? And I think that for a long time, a lot of companies felt that you would get more sales if you just tacked on blockchain, even if it's not a good idea. So people were putting blockchain everywhere, and it got a really bad reputation for that. Now, everybody's moved over to the new hotness, which is AI. So now blockchain, I feel, is sort of like getting there's less people sort of like focused on it that shouldn't be focused on it. So I think now we're probably, hopefully, going to start seeing like actual real use cases for it that are not just like, oh, hey, our thing implements blockchain for no reason whatsoever that would be better served as just a database. So I think like I don't really know that much about blockchain besides like I'm now waiting for like really cool stuff to happen with that space, which I'm guessing is going to take a little bit of time now that we're not all trying to implement it in everything. What actual use case is there for blockchain besides currency? I sort of feel that there's something that we can be doing with some of the smart contract type stuff. But I'm not really good enough at like figuring out what that would be. So I'd be interested. I would be curious to see if anybody figures out that kind of stuff and makes a case for it over just database or code. Would I getting a bit better with K3s and K8s and containerized services, microservices is one of the goals of the project. So it's not like you hate it. Yeah. Like then everything is fine. Everything is working as expected, right? Would you believe me if I said ChatGPT helped me make a new AI bot and a new blockchain? I'm debating if I should open source it. Would I believe you? Sure. Yeah. Like AI can definitely help with that kind of stuff. Can it do things like extremely well right now? Maybe. It's remember that AI is trained on all the data out there, so it can't really innovate on something else. But if they're like, imagine if it's like a regurgitation with potential hallucinations of blog articles. So if it's read every single book and blog article about how to create a blockchain, it can regurgitate that for you with the right prompts. Potentially mixing them up and also just adding in some random stuff that it's also learned along the way too. So it's like, it's one of those things where absolutely, yeah. Can you do it? Yes. Is it something that like people would put like millions of their dollars into as trustworthiness? That's a different question altogether. I guess like the thing about, so the question for open source or not open source really comes down to, do you want people to be able to look at your source code? And that's really what it is. And in it, if you're scared that somebody's going to be able to like recreate the project from that, at this stage of where you have it, that's probably not a concern. For like a company like Microsoft or Google, they have tons of proprietary stuff, which they do believe is fairly difficult to recreate. Therefore, closed sourcing that is the business appropriate response. Well, and I think this is the problem with like, especially in Twitch chat for something like this, is it's really hard to make an argument for or against blockchain or really like most technologies, because it requires a fairly deep dive into like the nuances of like what are the pros and cons of using something like a blockchain for X technology or using any other technology for that. I don't think we're going to be very good at figuring that out in chat, and I'm not good enough to like be able to create a video on that. So maybe somebody can like create something, we can watch it, and like then we can discuss it. But I think we'll just probably go back and forth, right, on it without really knowing, without like making any headway. Also, Banzi, hello. How are you doing today? Okay. If article preview is some and okay, so if you're some and, so we now know that you own it. So I wonder if I can do something like card builder. Oh, ad break just started. I'll probably just keep on working through this. Okay, card builder. Ooh, I could do a link. And I want to set this to, okay, course ID. We have the course ID, right? And then I need article ID, which we have this, right? Article.id. So if I do that, did you finish rebuilding? You did. You're not clickable. Is there anything we're supposed to be able to see with this? Oh, card type. I can set, okay, I can set the card type. Do I want that? I don't remember which one was the was the article. Okay. So the other thing Opend to keep in mind is that you can always re-close source things again if you don't like it, right? Like if you open source it and you're like, this sucks, I don't like it, or I'm too scared, or just any number of reasons, you can close source it. Heck, take a look at it. Redis just did that, right? Like they just closed source their entire project. So it's if they can do it, anybody can do it. Now, I think a lot of us are going to be biased. A lot of us really love open source type stuff, and just the idea of open source, even if nobody is working on it, even if it's not a community thing, even if it's just private code, I kind of like just working on the open in it. But I am very biased about that, I have to admit. I would say in a worst case scenario, it'd be used for an offline internet archive in case many websites went offline for no reasons. Oh yeah, we have litigation on that matter, depending on license, because America. But yeah, there's you can choose licenses. Like there's in GitHub they have like a help me choose a license, and I believe one of the licenses is you're not allowed to use this. It's like at all. It's mine, but it's open. Like you can look at the source code, but you can't duplicate it and you can't use it unless you have like written permission from me, something like that. Oops, Kapoots, hello. How are you doing today? You can't close source it if it has other people's code unless you, yeah, that's true. If it has other people's code and that code is licensed. So when you, it gets tricky now at this point in time, because when you contribute to an open source repo, generally speaking, your code is being owned by that project now. You no longer own it. It's owned by them. And that also means that they, whatever the license they choose for that project applies to that now code. Like you've given it away. So that's like a, well, I mean, I am not a lawyer, so I could be very wrong on that. None of us are lawyers, so none of us know for sure. I think okay, so it would be the equivalent of we are not employed. Okay, so it's not an employer type thing. We're not paid by them. So there's no like contracts or anything else. If you help somebody write a novel, let's say, because it's copyright, right? So like if you help somebody write a novel, do they have the rights to the paragraph that you helped write on page 243? Or do you have rights? Like in that context, I kind of feel like it's theirs, right? Even if you're not employed by them, right? Like you can argue that they stole your stuff, right? Like you can argue that they have just duplicated something, but if you gave it to them and they have proof that you gave it to them, I would almost imagine that that means that they own it now. We would need like some kind of litigation, a case to happen to set precedent for us to know for certain. You own the bits you wrote and didn't assign to others. When you say assign to others, you mean like, well, I don't know. On a fantasy book, it would be a little odd, but when I take it to a technical book, having someone write chapters about a specific topic, I would see more legitimacy. I guess like I'm thinking about it from the fantasy book angle because it's still all under copyright, right? So like let's say let's take George R. R. Martin. Let's say it comes out later on that George Martin had a bit of like a downtime, was like, oh, how do I write this book? And so then called a friend over, and a friend said, oh, here's like a paragraph, and that paragraph made its way directly into the book. And George Martin has it like on recording that this person said, here you go, I give you authorization to use this. Does he now own it? Could he change the license? See, I don't know about that. Like, I don't know if that, because like I don't know enough about copyright law or licenses or anything else. I think that's something that is probably eventually going to come to a head and cause issues. We've kind of already seen it caused issues, right? Okay, so this is my introduction to Docker. I need to figure out, there's a difference between ownership and license to use. It's complicated. Yeah, I think that there's probably something in there. It usually, when it's like multiple people are like, oh yeah, it's probably one or the other, it's probably like somewhere in between, or murky because it hasn't been set in precedent yet. Like that could be it too, is like it could be one or the other until a judge rules in some way, and now precedent is set, and then I could argue that it's going to be more set in stone in the future. It could be that too. Where do I want to go with this? I want, right, I'm going to go to here, and I want to find, okay, get course with articles. Okay, so introduction to Docker. Okay, the article named Introduction to Docker here is preview. So I should see, so I would imagine that I could see this here. So what I could do is I can do some glue console logging. And we can just say article.title and preview. So if we do that, build failure. Is there a toString on? Why are, okay, hold on. Title. You're a, okay, string attribute. Now, if I do it as stir, that becomes an actual stir, right? Then that makes you happy. Preview is a Boolean. I thought Booleans would be fine. Okay, hold on. If I just do this, you're not happy. The trait bound, okay. That's what I need to do. Okay, so then I can add in preview. You're still cannot find preview in this scope. Oh, right. Oh, nothing. You didn't hit at all. You're showing. I have no log. Okay, so you're. So if I put you there. There we go. Okay. So you're all undefined. Oh, introduction to Docker is undefined? Oh. That's not expected. You'd open source via GitHub, but the capture system sucks, so it might just open source it via Pastebin. Is some and kills you every time. This apparently, okay, so this article is preview. Introduction to Docker is showing as undefined there, which means you're not preview. You're a none? In the database, I have it set to true, preview true. Okay, so am I setting... Okay, installing Docker is also set to true. And then everything else is set to false, which means that preview, I think, is not being set properly. Preview articles. How do you work? I think... Okay, so for this article here... Okay, so when I get all data when you first log in, or load in, you hit refresh. Yeah, we can also, I can log the object maybe. Maybe. Okay, so get all data goes to here. So we get all the data, which I believe includes preview, and we can go into the database, get all courses, and so we can see here. Okay, so LMS tag, live launches on course articles. Okay, it's under course articles. Yeah, here, preview. Okay, so I get preview here under course articles. And that is actually set as not optional in the database. I don't think. Maybe it is. Now I'm grabbing the preview articles by course, but I also, where am I setting, where am I like actually creating? Okay, so I have API all data in here. Okay, so I have courses. Okay, so course. Okay, so API all data. Do I do like an into in here or somewhere? I vaguely remember I was doing that a lot. Okay, here it is. API all data, courses, all data, LMS courses, and then I do an into collect. Okay, so we're mapping over LMS courses, which that's not what I want. Okay, so courses. Okay, here's the API get all data for, okay, so here's the here's where the into happens and gets set up. We do articles, and then the same thing happens. Article, I believe, is type article. So from get all data, okay, article preview is just always set to none because that's cool. Can I do something like some? API article dot. Oh, because I don't have. I get title ID description here. Okay. I don't have a. I don't have the preview at this point in time because it's on the join table. Which does go into courses. So in course, yeah, so okay, here look, course articles. You are plural. I have to loop through the course articles for this. Okay, so if I were to rewrite this, so API course course articles. So this is interesting. So I actually have it right here. I need to pass in. Okay, wait. Course articles into iterator filter map. Be course articles, article map. Oh, because I go into the article right here. I go into the article. That's the problem. I don't know why it did filter map. I don't think that this map can return. That must return a sum, like an option. What I did, but it doesn't look like a try or something else. That's interesting. Okay, if I just do a straight map like this, I want to return an article. So then we just fill these out, right? So title is going to be course article, article. Wait, what are you? That's why I do a filter map. So API course articles, article, because then that's a list of things, even though I think it's a list of only one thing. Oh no, it's an option. That's why. Oh, that's why I do filter map, because this map is for an option. Okay, got it. So course article. Okay, so we go to article, we map you. This is the article. I want the article dot title. So if I do that, now this is upset though, because the title is an iString, which means that it must exist. It has to exist. Also in the database, the title is required. It's just that course article is an option into there. So I have to, this is one of those like, should never fail. It's this one. So we want to expect, and we can say missing article title, but like in order to make things work, we'll do an unwrapper default, and then finally an into. Okay, so you're a string at this point. I'm trying to do an into on this to make it be a iString, but why are you upset? Mismatch types expected struct vec article. Oh, right. Okay, so hold on. Now we have a map. Then we collect you. There we go. Okay, so now you're happy. So I have to do this for all of them, which is really cool. Or we have to update articles. So I have to do an into at this point in time, here, where the map is. Which I think we can do. So wait. So I have course article. I have to pass it the course article. Okay, so article. I have this course article, which I'm using here, and then I have to pass in a reference. This is API get all data LMS course articles. Okay, so if I go to article, import from API get all data course is course articles. Ooh, I wonder instead. Okay, so are you going to be happy with this? Okay, can I say, okay, so so articles is going to be courses, course articles. We turn that into an iterator. We map through these. We have we have the course article. And then we want to turn an article. And then I can do article from for this. So I then do article from. No. Article from course article. Okay, you're not completely unhappy with this. So that's great. Now that okay, so now we have our course article. We now want to return a self. Okay, so title is going to be course article, unwrap or else. Let's do unwrap or else, and then I want an this is like a default. So this is going to be if for some reason it can't get the title, it can't find the article, which should always happen. Oh, an ad break started already? Oh man, the time is flying. Wait. Unwrap or else expected an API get all data LMS courses course articles article. What? Oh, right. Okay. Hold on. That doesn't work. I need to map this, don't I? I put this at the very end, so we map you. So we get the article, which is an option string. So I want the article title. That gets returned out. I unwrap or else into that. You're going to be upset. So if I do that, then you're both the same type. Mismatch types, expect to reference a, oh. Okay, so I can do this as an as stir, maybe. Stir. There we go. Okay, then I get into this, and now we're good to go. Okay. ID. So the ID is going to be the course article. So we have to do this for every single one, which kind of sucks.